So, why did I buy this 9-year-old camera? The Fujifilm X-E2. Mind you, the X-E4 is out already. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I brought this camera in this video. Stand by. Fujifilm X-E2 Sigma 56 millimeter 1.4, Sigma 30 millimeter 1.4, and some little cheap Bright Star fisheye lens. Really cheap. Alright, so we was talking about the Fujifilm X-E2. I brought this 9-year-old camera for, I'm going to tell you, one simple reason. Because I wanted something fun to play with. I wanted to have something new to push my artistic boundaries. I've been a Nikon shooter for a little bit over 7 years now. I dabbled a little bit in Sony. I will say my Sony is mostly for my video work and, you know, just to have fun every now and then. So one day I was thinking I wanted to shoot all black and white. And I think I got that idea from Lenny Kravitz and the Leica thing, but the whole Leica camera system was very, very expensive. So I started looking at Fujifilm. It was talking about the different film simulations on it. And I can tell you one pro to this camera is the film simulations. I love it. Even though really and truly I only use the black and white and the regular, but the black and white is superb. But yeah, there are some pros and cons to this camera, and I think I will start by talking about the cons. There's not a lot of them, not for me anyway. One con in particular would be the back screen. It doesn't flip up. I didn't realize, it doesn't articulate. I didn't realize how much I really needed that. Low angles and them high angles shooting down until I didn't have it anymore. Sony does it, my Nikon does it, but this one doesn't. But I still really, really enjoy this camera. Also, the next con is it just felt very light and it didn't feel very well built. But I don't usually drop my cameras, and I haven't had any issues with the build quality. This little strap thing that I always keep around my wrist, so I never get to drop it. Boom. Caught. And then I think the last con for me would be the price of the lenses. Now, I used all Sigma lenses and off-brand lenses basically because they're a lot cheaper. I brought the 16 millimeter Sigma for my Sony and I absolutely loved it. So when I got this Fujifilm, I decided, why not try the rest of the trio? But try the rest of the trio in the Fujifilm line. So I got the I got the Sigma 30 1.4 and I got the Sigma 56 1.4. Love both of these lenses. So far I've been shooting with these lenses for 4 months now. And I would say I think 30 is my favorite, but the 56 has its place when, especially because I do a lot of portraits and a lot of portrait work. So between these two lenses, I get the job done. I really can take it to any photo shoot or any job. I done shot it with weddings, portrait sessions, events, and it actually been getting the job done for me. I also picked up this little Bright Star fisheye 10 millimeter, I think it's 5.6 fixed, just for fun, not really nothing serious. Got a couple of interesting images out of it. It is manual focus, but being that it's 5.6, you really can't tell. And it was a suggestion from one of my friends, and it was really small and really fun to use. Fisheye, who knew? Just to recap, some of the negatives that I didn't like was the back screen not flipping up, the light body feel, I guess I want to say, and then how expensive their lenses are, the native lenses. But let's talk about the positives. Absolutely, I told you in the beginning, I absolutely love this camera. I love the different film simulations on it. I love the quality of the images I'm getting out of it. I love the colors that Fujifilm give me. Looking at the camera, of course, one of the things that I noticed is that the sensor is made by Sony. That's probably why I think the image is so good. Even though, truth be told, I really like my images from my Fujifilm more than I like my images from my Sony. But it's never here nor there. And it's only 16.3 megapixels. So that's another thing, APC. I have been keeping it with me 24/7 every time I go out for the past 4 months, and I can't say this camera has not let me down yet. So I really like the focusing system on it as well. It lets me choose where I put my boxes and go up and down. Probably all cameras have that, but this camera made it so much easier to use. And all my quick function buttons are really, really easy to use. I use my quick functions to bounce through my film simulations, to bounce through my ISO, and to bounce through autofocus. Love it. I do not use this camera for video. I don't think it's made for video. Everything I heard on it said video was no good, but I'm mostly a photographer, not a videographer. So therefore, I don't really need the video part of the camera. The light's changing on me. Gotta love this golden hour, right? So, this video has been talking about the Fujifilm X-E2. Let me end this film off by just showing you a couple of sample images, what I've done this year over the past 4 months with this camera. I think you're gonna like what you see. Appreciate you for stopping by.